To our next guest, a Harvard-educated neurologist who's been studying memory loss for nearly 2 decades. The fruits of his labor can be found in this new book, The Memory Cure, How to Protect Your Brain Against Memory Loss and Alzheimer's Disease. Dr. Majid Fotuhi joins us this morning. Good morning to you, doctor.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me here.
First of all, you know, a lot of people assume that memory loss is really just part of the natural aging process. Is that a myth?
I think a little bit of forgetfulness is okay. It's okay if you forget your keys or you walk into a room and say, why did I walk here? But it's not okay if you forget the names of your children or you forget that you saw a movie at all or things like that.
But how do you know? I mean, you just brought up a really good point. If you do walk in a room and say, what was I going to get out of this room? How do you know when you're not on the track to Alzheimer's or dementia, which affects 300,000 Canadians?
Yes. The answer is the course of the problem. If you've had problems with your memory for those things for a decade, you just have the normal memory problem that most people have. But if over 1 or 2 years you start going down rapidly, that's concerning.
What are the causes then of memory loss?
The most common cause of memory loss is depression. Most people don't realize that if they're depressed, their memory doesn't work as well, and so it's no surprise that they have memory loss. The other things are high blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure, you're at increased risk of developing memory loss. And you have to remember, memory loss is not the same thing as Alzheimer's disease. So forget about Alzheimer's. If you have memory problems, see a doctor, and they go through these common causes.
Tell me then, if you can, what is brain reserve, which you talk about in the book, which is just a wonderful...
Yes, I feel very strongly about this because brain reserve refers to the fact that throughout your life, you actually make changes in your brain. The more you learn, the better your diet, you actually have a better brain by the time you get to your 70s and 80s.
Okay, so let's break that down. You're a 10-year-old kid and you're taking guitar lessons. What does that do? How does that affect your brain to help you later in life?
See, there are connection points between brain cells called synapses. And the more synapses you have, the more rich communication in your brain there is. So as you learn something, as you're struggling through remembering something, you're forming new synapses. And the more synapses you have, the better you are when you get older. Because aging, as a normal part of aging, you lose a few synapses. With Alzheimer's, you lose a lot of synapses. It's like putting money in a retirement fund. The more you put in there, the more you have when you get older.
Now, we also know, I mean, it's well reported that crossword puzzles keep the brain going, reading keeps the brain going, stimulating. But what about, you've got all these foods here. How can food help us?
Yes. So the use it or lose it. It really applies to the brain. I used to be skeptical, but now I'm convinced that the more you use your brain, the stronger your brain will be. The other thing is the importance of vitamin E and antioxidants. Part of aging involves inflammation, and antioxidants reduce the amount of inflammation in your brain. So blueberries, strawberries, are very rich in antioxidants, and so are oranges and grapefruit.
And you've got salmon and milk as well?
Yes, and then dark leafy vegetables have plenty of folate in it that are important for you. And I really recommend eating 2 to 3 servings of fish a week. They have omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, which have been shown to reduce memory loss that comes with aging. I think as long as you eat 5 pieces of fruit a day, you provide yourself with plenty of vitamins.
5 pieces of fruit a day in the Globe and Mail crossword. Is that the key?
And if you think you don't have enough, then I recommend taking vitamin B12 or vitamin E supplements, 400 of vitamin E.
Wonderful suggestions to help us all. Again, the book is called The Memory Cure. Doctor, I want to thank you so much for joining us.
It's my pleasure.
This morning. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.